I think that there's a lot of reasons why it's important, but I think the most important one is to really sort of be able to be in a medium where they can inspire those who can carry their message on and sort of keep the message going. So I think social media has a unique place in the ecosystem of communication, but it is the first type of communication medium that you can actually build relationships. And so you can actually find advocates within your current constituents. You can find people who can potentially be huge sort of supporters and promoters of your cause. I think it's really important to just engage and not just be present, but engage to really make a difference. I think overall nonprofits generally do a better job than most corporations, just speaking candidly about that, because I think sometimes where organizations get in trouble is where it's most about them and not about their relationship and their community. So I think one of the areas that nonprofits sort of may get in trouble is if they only talk about their cause, their mission. It's important, certainly, but also sort of using it as that relationship building platform to sort of really support those who support them in a two-way type of relationship building instead of just promoting their own cause and campaigns. I think they do. I think social media is really used for empowering people to take the message that the nonprofit has and take that into their network, because that's where the action happens. They're the ones who can influence their friends to donate or to advocate or to volunteer. So it's different also in the sense where they need to think about how they can package up their message in a way that other people would want to share it, not how they would want to message it, but what small packages can people remember and take into other places to share. And I think a lot of that actually surrounds about stories. So how can they build their messaging into stories rather than just sort of mission statements? I don't see any sort of monumental changes. I think what is going to be the most important change is that it's actually put together that social media does drive fundraising, advocacy, and actions. So I think the missing link right now is there's a social media presence and then there's the donations, and they're not connected right now. So I think the next big thing, whether it's somebody who helps out in between Facebook and Twitter and the constituents, but to connect the social media presence and the actions that take place. I think two things in terms of ways that are most effective. So one is whatever size presence and engagement you're going to have, just be consistent. So if it's 10 minutes a day, just be 10 minutes a day rather than an hour one week and skipping the next. The maintenance, so it's not the size of the garden, it's the consistency that you're gardening it with. To that point, the most important element is also find out how to distribute the responsibility. So a lot of times there is a core constituent set, maybe less than 10% of your core, that'll help you out, volunteer to either sort of help you with the messaging creation or to sort of be your sort of amplifiers of your message. So being very focused in your messages and then also just being consistent.